Welcome to State of the Matters. I am Cassie Tony, joined by our analyst King Sojalo. Today we'll bring you the latest breaking news across Nigeria, from urgent update to insightful analysis. We'll guide you through the stories that matters. Now let's get started. Dino Melaye. Peter Obi is good, but not fit to be president in 2027. Prophet Joshua warned Nigerians joining trending party, hold your life jacket. Students stage protests over tuition increase from 90,000 to 580,000. We'll go on a short break now. When we return, we'll dive in. Stay with us. Welcome to the show, Ojalo.
It's back. It's good being back again, Cassie. With these headlines you just mentioned, I think it's going to be an interesting one on this.
Very interesting. Looking at former Kogi West Senator Dino Melaye saying that Peter Obi is fit, but he said he's good, but he's not fit to be a president. He said he loves him, no doubt. He has high respect for him, but he is not fit to be a president. He does not have the capacity to be a president. When I talked about having capacity to rule a whole nation, I said Tinubu doesn't have capacity, but Peter Obi has the capacity to rule a whole nation. So why is Dino saying that Peter Obi is not fit to be a president? And this same Dino one time contested as a governor of Kogi State until he lost to the current sitting governor.
The mistake of most of these political high stakeholders or previous individuals who ascertained political affairs in their previous regime, most of them think or fail to realize that being a president is not all about age, or is not all about capacity. We're talking about, though qualification is one of it, you must be highly qualified and also being recognized, and also your previous legacies in any previous administration. Yes, that one is also part of it. I believe every politician, every president in the world attended one or two cabinet before emerging as president. Okay, example, someone like Barack Obama, American former president. And so before he became a president, we know he was once a senator in one of the from his hometown in the United States there. So I believe that is part of it. Classifying Peter Obi of not
being fit to be a president,
is all about we should realize that Dino Melaye has been a great ally of Atiku. Look, if you could recall 2023, where it was debating for the PDP, yes, and Atiku being the flag bearers at then, you understand, contesting for the presidential election before Tinubu emerged as winner. We know how he debated fairly well for the PDP coalition, and Atiku's being Atiku's subordinate. You understand? Yes, he really took out the task, even when there was a conference meeting in the INEC forum, trying to put down results, trying to mismanage results, emphasis and thereabout. We saw the efforts and emphasis of Dino Melaye. Yes. Now, from this statement, you should know that Obi is in the ADC coalition, and is also Atiku is also in this same coalition. So, from a statement, we should know that yes, Dino Melaye, who once represented Kogi, as in North Central, so West, thereabouts, it's debating. It's actually still in the side of Atiku, trying to make sure that Nigeria's, let me not use the word downgrade. It's trying to put it to Nigeria that look, Obi,
is not competent.
Because if you look at the capacity in terms of popularity and in terms of agitating for presidency in the ADC coalition, we should all know that it is Obi. So he's trying to, should I use the word belittle Obi? He has not yet called Atiku, but that is what he's referring to. Now, the likes of Dino Melaye, when someone speaks, you should speak, and also regard your own personality. We could recall his own when he was in the political affair, being a senator, how he has mismanaged the political affair, even representing his own district from Kogi State, where he was accused of illegal possession of firearm, assassination plot, false information, how many attempted Kubago homicide, so many things. Even when he escaped custody, a lot of allegations has been raised against him. So when someone is talking, you should also look at your personality before you criticize someone else. Obi, in terms of qualification, surpasses Atiku. Yet even when he became vice president and thereabout, you can't compare Obi's qualification and institutional attempt and achievement Obi has and Atiku. It's not comparable. Even this current administration can't. President Tinubu cannot even. A lot of Nigeria don't know the qualification background of their current president. How do you deal with that? Your own president, you don't even have clear history. No one knows his educational foundation of but that of Obi can easily be traced. He has come out times without number to clarify himself in terms of education. Where he studied, I think somewhere in Uzoko, I think he's somewhere in Ebonyi State. He has made mention of his institution, how he graduated, the schools he went for, and it is plain. It's everywhere. What he achieved before he became the governor of Anambra State. We only know President Tinubu becoming the governor of Lagos State in 1999. Represented one or two local government before he became governor. Then governor from there, he became senator. All those kind of things before he became president. But in terms of education, you understand? So fine, even if Obi is not a saint, yes, I can't start classifying Obi as a saint, or he made Anambra, to become Nigeria London overnight. Yes, there are also one or two allegations raised against him, but we are looking at someone who have great qualification and someone who is minded. Look at his emphasis so far in Nigeria current situation. He has been coming out deliberating that politicians should face the current crisis happening in the country. The leadership should do away with this campaigning and face Nigeria's coincidence.
That's what all these politicians say. They'll come out, they'll criticize their opponents, and then when they eventually get into power, they'll do otherwise.
But
he's not the first to come out and
nevertheless, we have been seeing structures
or insecurity issues.
We have been seeing structures. Okay, we've been seeing structures that.
Okay, so as he's criticizing, instead of criticizing the ruling party, why don't you take the bull by the horn and said, okay, since you guys are not competent, all right, let me solve one problem. Let's see how competent he is. Instead of just sitting there, yes, he should solve one problem.
If we're talking about insecurity,
yes, he should solve the insecurity, since that is what everyone is glamoring about. If that is what is in the mind, is in his mind, he can do it. He has the capacity to do that. I should
correct you briefly on that. Currently, Obi is just a made politician.
Yes, he is, but that doesn't stop him from wearing the shoe and saying, okay, let me do one thing that this current government are lacking.
Job of the chief, the chief of armed forces of Nigeria, the president. That is the job of the president, not a mere politician who is trying to debate himself. Okay, talking about contributing to the current economic situation. You could recall when he went to Akwa Ibom, that is Uyo, and tried to donate funds for one of these schools, and that was even rejected. He went to Edo State recently when he went to this institution of nursing, and he donated some huge amount of money. Is it IDP camps? Is it trying to find a solution to the power failure happening in the country? This is someone who has contributed in one way or the other. He went to a state recently and gave a community distributed, I think, 1 million naira each. Probably because you've not benefited from it. That is why.
But he's finding solution. There's no solution yet.
They tell me, if such an individual can be doing this currently, tell me how about when he gets to power? Don't you think
all of this is just political? It's just plain politics.
This is not about plain politics.
Okay, let's wait for him to get into power and see if the change that everyone is glamoring for, if it eventually comes.
This is about.
Because even when Jonathan was on seat,
yes,
Buhari government, they were criticizing, Nigerians were criticizing Jonathan, that yes, Jonathan government is bad, Jonathan government is, but Buhari came and took us 19 backward, and then Tinubu has taken us out of I don't even know which, if we're in 1980s.
Nevertheless, we are talking about the personality of Obi, emphasizing on this statement.
That's what I'm saying, Jalo. It's not by him stating.
I think he has stated
obvious.
the fact that yes, the Obi is a kind person, is a fantastic person, but lacks the capacity of requiring unifying Nigeria. I think that statement is an how will I put it now? Is a statement trying to downgrade an individual. It's wrong. Anybody has the right to contest for president. Anybody can rule Nigeria. That is, if you have the capacity, and when I mean the capacity, if you have the mindset of, and you have the resources put in place for you to fix one or two sectors in the country and make it work. Currently, in this current administration, the current president has everything beyond measure. But what is he focusing on? 2027 election. Is that proper?
All the politicians are focusing on 2027.
Most of the statement Obi has been making, I expect the president, this current administration, to bring those things out.
Obi is campaigning for himself.
It's not about campaigning.
He is. He's using this medium to campaign for himself. I expected our president to shun all electoral campaign measures currently and focus on this so-called insecurity. Kings, if you were the one, let's be honest,
yes.
If you were the one, you have a major tax in front of you. Will you suspend that thing that you have, your targeting to go and be doing something else?
That's what you are trying to say. Kings, now is
answer the question first.
You value your own tax more than your citizens who are dying.
That's what he's doing. That's what all the politicians are doing. They are focusing on 2027.
That is wrong. Obi has made statement concerning.
If you were the one, will you
sitting president? As a matter of fact, I think amending or
you're thinking, you're not even certain. Ojalo, let's move away from this particular
really
story
correct you on that, because
it's taking so much of our time.
I have to treat the situation affecting my people, and that is even
Ojalo,
the better way
of
campaigning rather than dealing with campaigning and leaving
on
the people of Nigeria to die.
We'll come back to this discussion on our next show. Let's move away from that to Prophet Joshua. This man has always been, I don't know if he's a critic or if he's a prophet that is always prophesying. He said that everyone, all the Nigerians that are joining the trending party, they should have their life jackets. And when he mentioned life jackets, I had to remember what President Tinubu said, that the opposition, the people they camping to APC, they are leaving their sinking ship. So this life jacket doesn't mean that if peradventure ADC eventually wins, does it mean that all these ones that are leaving to the ruling party, they need that life jacket to go back to the ruling party? And then he made a very vital point here. He said he's warning parties that their followers to act responsibly and prioritize peace during campaign season. And then he also mentioned that they should focus more on issue-based campaign instead of going about being confrontational and causing chaos in the environment.
Prophet Joshua Igine stated the facts, and he also led those who are the opposition of the ruling party, instead of trying to antagonize themselves, that is releasing his speech. Why not use that effort to make amends, understand, and create a solution that will stop Nigeria's current problem? I think that is what is stating fact. And concerning warning those who are defecting to the ruling party, the All Progressive Congress, I think he has really stated, if I recall where we talked about this topic on this same platform, we talked about where the president, queried those who are criticizing him, that it's not his fault that those who have been in a sinking ship, flying, moving to a stable ship, which is the APC. We could interpret what he's trying to say there, and that is what Prophet Joshua Igine is talking about. He stated the fact and giving a clear warning. You see, there's a popular saying that no one knows tomorrow, and you can't detail what might happen tomorrow. And he also made mention, even in his emphasis when he was preaching, that he doesn't see anything removing Tinubu from, he doesn't see anything stopping President Tinubu not regaining rulership again, that is coming to, except probably death take him, or probably he dies. But at the long run, those who are entrusting this current administration, leaving their said party to decamp to the All Progressive Party, should wear their life jacket, and which is very clear. You understand? It's unfortunate that most of our high-stake politicians and governors don't look back, don't have how will I put it, this mind of okay, this was a political forum, I gained power through. You understand? They neglect the boat that brought them out of that sea that nearly sunk them, and go to another boat because there is fancy gleam light, and because there are not a lot of spices that is in it. You understand what I'm saying? So most times there are repercussions to that. You understand? Because looking at Nigeria currently, we have over, I think, 20 something or 19
Ojalo, before
party.
you go further, let me ask you a question. Will you leave a yacht to go and join a canoe?
Well, if that canoe, took me out of an island that almost crushed my life, or how will I put it, took me out of a burning island, or secured my life from a burning island.
First of all, how scary
let me ask. Is. First of all, where was that yacht when I was almost being burnt on that burning island? Before that boat came.
Because that yacht actually came to save you.
You don't get what I'm saying.
To save
you ask a question, will I leave a yacht? I'm telling you now that if this boat saved me from a burning island and took me through an ocean peacefully and I stayed alive, now before that boat came to save me, where was that yacht?
Okay, let's say you're going back.
Okay.
You want to return back to the island, and this same yacht, this same boat that saved your life, narrowly save your life, and then you have these two options you're to choose. Will you still go back to that boat, or you say, okay, for your safety and your comfort, you've seen how beautiful this yacht is looking, it's very comfortable, will you prefer to go with the boat, or you prefer to go with the yacht for your comfort?
Leaving the boat is a sense of betrayal, and that is what these current decampers are doing.
You're being political. You're not being direct. You should answer this question personally. It's a personal question that I'm throwing at you.
I might do that because I have found something that attracts my personality there. But at the long run, I have betrayed this boat that has been taking me through the ocean without my life being capsizing. So what am I trying to say is that there's been a sense of betrayal in our political platform, and I've said it times without number. If you cannot stay with this political formula despite the internal crisis that brought you into power, how then can you save the people? You understand? Most of these politicians, governors, who has been, decamping, it shows they lack the capacity to rescue even those people they rule. That is just the truth. You can't stand with the eternal. Okay, example, we can count the number of governors who have defected from the PDP that brought them into Glemia, that brought them into power, that has gone over to the APC. When the APC was campaigning, even in the time of Jonathan, I bet you APC never had, I think, if I'm not mistaken, just two governors. Now all of a sudden we have almost, APC now has about 33 governors so far. How? Because they are in the ruling position, which is...
No, they have 31 governors.
31, thank you. Which is bias. Where was those governors who were in the PDP when APC was, you understand? But now that, this is how you tell leaders who are not competent leaders, because if you can't confine the party despite okay, look at example Alex Oti. You see that I give credit to that man, and I will continue giving him credit. A lot of pressures has mounted.
Alex Oti, recall Alex Oti said no one knows tomorrow, so you cannot be giving him all the credit.
The fact that he's saying no one knows, I don't think he's referring to his own political party. This is a man that stated it openly. He said nothing is taking him from the Labour Party, and he has remained. See, if Alex Oti would have left Labour Party, he would have done so by now.
Okay.
Regarding the pressure mounting on him and thereabouts. So what am I trying to? You see, it is someone like that man that should be that people should rely on as a leader. For those decamping, it shows that they are not competent. They are like a babies that are being used to play. That is what I see these governors decamping. They can be easily controlled. These are the same people that, the president or any person can tell them, okay, do this to your people. They will do it. if they can be lured from their own political party that brought them into power to another party, or because it's the ruling party, then they can as well be controlled against their own people. That is the main fact here. Let's be honest with ourselves. So Prophet Igine has really stated the fact. Yes, put on your life jacket, because you can be betrayed at any time. If you could betray your own political party that brought you to power, then how then do you think this platform you are jumping into will not at the long run betray you? Or if they fail to win that 2027 election, do you think the opposition, the ADC or any other political forum that will emerge as winner will accept you people, knowing fully well that you have betrayed your own political platform? Let's be honest.
Okay.
They come from their party, which is the PDP, and PDP now is going bankrupt. And you think if any other political forum, emerge as winner next year 2027, you think they will accept them into their platform? No, because they are a bunch of betrayers. They can't be trusted. They can't be relied on. Even the so-called ruling party that has accepted them, I'm telling you, inwardly they know that these people are not confident. They don't have confidence. They are not strong enough. I'm telling you, even the president himself is laughing inside his mind that, look, these are a bunch of, you understand? I'm telling you the truth. So I tell you, the prophet has really stated the facts. He has really stated the facts. So that is just it. So he has given them an advice. Put on your life jacket if you know you still want to survive. Put on your life jacket so that in case of anything, you will know how to, you understand, escape the problem or the chaos coming your way.
All right, let's move away from there to Enugu State. The one Nnamdi Azikiwe's University in Enugu, the nursing school, they've increased their tuition fee from 90,000 to 580,000, which is very absurd.
580,000.
Very absurd. That means education is no longer for the poor. It's now for the rich. Because how can a federal school, federal university, be paying huge amount of money, 580,000 away from 90,000, and they went further to break it down. 250,000 is listed as tuition fee, 50,000 for maintenance and caution fee. Library fee is 50,000 as well, and then we have 30,000 for medicals, which some of the universities, you don't even get medical treatment. I graduated from a university, I finished, I didn't get any medical treatment. But I was paying money for medicals, but I wasn't getting. So which medical treatment are they talking about that you pay 30,000 naira every semester for medical treatment that you won't even get? Some of these medical centers, you go there, you will not find something as simple as paracetamol.
Anytime.
And yet, students are paying money for medical fees, and then you have 60,000 for examination fee. Really, this is very absurd. You see, and then for portal, you're paying 20,000.
You see, Cassie, so far so good. The ASU has come out in several ways. We could recall last year where they came out, led the protests, and also the student union, government bodies have come out to make a protest concerning issues arising like this. But it's unfortunate that the government did not give them listening ear, and you understand they had to bring out one or two excuses to kill those processes, to make sure that process die and flow away. Now we're looking at just a nursing science institution, a college for that matter. Now if a college can be paying this huge amount of money, 550,000, tell me, what do you think the federal institutions, schools like Uniben, Uniport, University of Ibadan will be paying? We are just talking about a college. Then how then do you think? It's unfortunate that even the management has not given actual response. You understand? Now take you back to the time of Yar'Adua, 2011 to maybe to 2015, before Goodluck Jonathan left. Federal universities were paying at least 12,000 to 75,000. That is, we are talking about schools like Unilag, Uniben, where per annum, per semester, you pay 14,500 for school fees, 12,000 and thereabout. Then private universities such as okay, let me say Bangkok, Idahosa University in Edo State, we pay like 280,000. You can see the level to show you that currently colleges now are not paying private university school fee amount of fees,
tripling the school fees
as a there, to see where our country currently. There are some private schools in Nigeria are paying up to 5 million naira per annum currently as we speak. I don't want to mention name of this school so that government will not go and start. But I'm telling you the truth. And people who can afford these schools are probably those in the political sector, the children of those in the political sector, or people like Dangote. We are talking about
Dangote's children won't even school in Nigeria.
Even Dangote said it, that his children, that he doesn't spend much on his children. I remember when he brought a case regarding this PMF chairman, where they found out that his children are spending millions of dollars in one of these is it Leserburg or which country? I've forgotten the name of the country. Spend huge amount of money. Dangote himself raised the allegation. He said even my children don't spend up to this certain amount. We are talking about the richest man in Africa. You see that he had to even make sure that he cautioned the level at which he spend money for his own children. Now, how do you think the common man currently in this country should be able to afford a tertiary institution fee for their children? That is why if you go to the street nowadays, you see some youth rather, after WAEC or NECO, the next thing they tell you, okay, now to go learn work, now to go learn apprenticeship. What are the kind of apprenticeship? Hair making, cake, those who are going for wedding.
Which are not even bad, because people who tend to have skills acquisition are doing more better than you that went spend 4 years, 5 years in school and graduate. No
knowledge in terms of theory knowledge and other academic attachment is very important. Okay.
Yes, but most of this
most
of the rich people are people who have skills.
It will make sense acquiring skill, but you are not giving some theoretical knowledge in terms of mathematics and all this kind of institutional subjects that should be attached to your personality as a youth. You understand? You know, it has really come to the point, probably for what I'm seeing here, our leaders don't want, making sure that institution is for the rich. That is where Nigeria is driving to. I'm telling you the truth. Nigeria is driving to the extent where those who are heavily financially buoyant can be able to provide school fees for their children. You understand? You see, we are talking about our institution. I'm telling you, even secondary schools, private secondary schools, only thank God for public schools and government schools.
This 580,000, most private
schools
don't
even pay school
more
fees.
Private nursery and primary and secondary school actually pay this.
That is what I'm saying. That is what private secondary schools. I'm telling you, I know of a school in Concord. I know of a school in Concord in Oyo State that pays over 1.3 million naira for a child. I'm talking about primary school
in a term.
Just can you see the level at which Nigeria is headed to? And I'm telling you, if care is not taken, all private schools in Nigeria will head that way. You understand? Thank God for the government schools that they've not started collecting fees, and I don't pray Nigeria end up in that way. So what am I trying to say in essence of this is, I think the protesters, the students, the female students who came out to protest, they did well, but it's unfortunate that they've not still gotten response from the federal level or even from the state level. I believe our president is viewing all these things, and I believe students, not just in this nursing college, a lot of institutions has come out to protest in this manner, and yet the Minister of Education is not even doing anything. He's not even giving the actual reply student and institutions head that will concur with. It's unfortunate. So it's to tell you that Nigeria is heading to a situation whereby those who are financially buoyant only will be able to afford school. That is what, and if nothing is being done, I bet you a time will come, people will start losing interest in education, and which is already happening.
And that brings me to the question: this fuel subsidy removal. I thought President Tinubu said the money was for school, that this money he's removing from fuel subsidy.
Okay.
He's going to channel it to infrastructure
and educational sector. Yes, I could record that.
And then hospitals. So what is happening? Because every day by day, doctors are protesting. They are going on strikes, and people are dying in the hospital. Students are coming out to protest for school fees. So this money that he removed from fuel subsidy, where is it channeled to? Okay,
then someone will now come and tell me that Obi is not capable of identity. Tinubu now, with all his promises that now has the capability. This is what they call a failed government. Someone who he couldn't even tackle the criminality, the rate of criminal hideout in his own state, Lagos State. Is it in a federal level you want to? You see, when someone does not have competence, you don't have it. You understand? Don't kill yourself over what you know you can't handle. You understand? So it is high time. See, my advice for Nigeria is, look, 2027 is another opportunity. Whatever you can do, please flush out those old folks who have been carrying the old legacy of rulership, this corrupt legacy, into who has brought it into this era. We are in the 21st century, and it's it is very dissecting those who have been ruling us with the corrupt attitude. 2027 is another great opportunity for Nigerians to take a drastic measure. Whatever way you can do it and remove people who has really dealt with, because even in the ADC, check it very well, are people who have also ruled the country, that has caused great menace in this country. Example, Atiku. And I'm even glad he even admitted it.
Okay,
he said,
Ojalo,
I regret removing Jonathan. I regret working against Jonathan.
Ojalo, let's call it a day here.
So
let's wrap up.
It's up to Nigeria to make sure that those who has made Nigeria what it is today be removed out of office, any governmental sector they find themselves. That is the best advice I'll give to Nigeria, or else I don't think if Nigeria repeat the same mistake, we will survive 2027 and beyond.
That's it on today's edition of State of the Matters. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Cassie. It's my pleasure being here.
And to you, our viewers, for tuning in. I am Cassie Tony, reminding you to stay focused and stay ahead. Do well to join us for more breaking news from Nigeria. It is a bye for now.